Students, in lesson 4.5, we are going to be doing some problem solving using money. We are actually going to be multiplying money, which is really great because that's something that we've streamed through all of our discussions as this chapter 4 has been rolling out. So the essential question for today's lesson is, how can the strategy draw a diagram help you solve a decimal multiplication problem? This is a strategy that we've used before, so it's one that will look familiar, and it's one that you should be able to develop some comfort with regards to solving decimal problems. So we're going to start down here with the unlock the problem real world and read that together. A group of friends go on a local fair. Jason spends $3.75. Maya spends 3 times as much as Jason. So boys and girls, when I underline 3 times as much, I know that Maya spends more. So I'm going to write that down. Maya spends more. And also, boys and girls, I'm going to circle that Jason spends $3.75. It says that Tia spends $5.25 more than Maya. So it says, how much did Tia spend? So the person that we're looking for the information for is actually Tia. So Tia is who we're concerned with. We want to know how much Tia spent. So now if we know that Maya spends more money than Jason, and it says that Tia spends more than Maya, our order would be Tia spends the most, then Maya, and then Jason, which will be very helpful in helping us solve this problem. It says, use the graphic organizer below to help you solve the problem. So boys and girls, we're going to use a graphic organizer that looks very similar to our problem mats and work mats that we use during class. So it says, what do I need to find? So what we need to find is the amount of money Tia spent at the fair. We know that's what we need to find because she is the one person that we're looking for. Next question says, what information do I need to use? I need to use the amount spent by Jason because he's the first person that we were given information about to find out the amount spent by Maya and Tia at the fair. So we need to figure out the information about all of them in order to find Tia's because they all build upon each other. We know that Jason is our benchmark, so we know that he spent $3.75 at the fair. Everything builds upon that. Lastly, boys and girls, it says, how will I use the information? I can draw a diagram to show the amount of money Jason and Maya spend to find the amount spent by Tia. So boys and girls, we're going to start up here with this solve the problem. This is our larger area of our work mat where we have a little bit more space to work out our problem. It says the amount of money Maya and Tia spend depends on the amount of Jason spends. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a diagram to compare the amounts without calculating. Then we're going to use the diagram to find out the amount each person spends. So this is a part 2 process. So Jason has one box because we know he only spends $3.75. We know that Maya spends 3 times the amount that he does, so that's why we have to put down $3.75 in 3 boxes because we know that $3.75 more is spent. Now we know that Tia spends 5 times the amount that Maya spends, so 5 times the amount of that. Because it says that one spends $5.25 more, we're only going to add that amount at the end, but we know that Tia spends the $3.75 each time, and then we were going to calculate in the end the $5.25 that she spends that's more. So we know that Jason spends $3.75. We know that Maya spends 3 times $3.75, which would give us $11.25. Now we know this amount, this benchmark amount. What we're going to do is we're going to take that $11.25 and we're going to add $5.25 more because it says that Tia spends $5.25 more. So we know that Tia spends $16.50. In order to solve this problem, boys and girls, we had to scaffold, though, and start with Jason, who represented our benchmark number. So we're going to try another problem like this. And this problem, we're going to be doing a little bit more information with this one. So it says, Julie's savings account has a balance of $57.85 in January. By March, her balance is 4 times as much. So if it says 4 times as much, as a math detective, we know we're going to take whatever January was and we're going to multiply it by 4. So we're going to take the January balance and we're going to multiply by 4. Between March and November, Julie deposits a total of $78.45. Boys and girls, when we hear deposit, remember we're talking about adding more money in. It says if she does not withdraw any money from her account, what should Julie's account balance be? So what we have in here is we have some multiplication and we have some addition. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to fill out our graphic organizer, but we're going to have to complete a little bit more of the information on our own independently. So it says, what do I need to find? What we have to need to find is I need to find Julie's bank account balance in November. And next it says, what information do I need to use? What we would say is, I need to use the balance of Julie's January account and what I know about her bank account in March to find November's balance. Next, it says how I'll use the information. We're going to use the strategy. I can draw a diagram. I can draw a diagram to show the January balance and then use it to show the balance in March and November. So let's start solving. We know that in January we have one box and we have our benchmark amount, which is $57.85. We know that her balance in March is 4 times that amount. So we're going to draw 4 boxes because 4 times means we need 4 boxes. So we're going to draw 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each box is going to say $57.85. And then what we're going to do is in November, we know that we need to start off with 4 boxes, but we're going to add that additional amount, which is that $78.45. So in those 4 original boxes, we're going to write down the same amount, which is $57.85. So boys and girls, we know in January the account balance was $57.85. We know that in March we did 4 times $57.85, which gave us $231.40. And then we have the November balance, which we start with our benchmark number here, $241.40 plus the $78.45, which ends us up with $309.85. So Julian's savings account balance will be $385.85 at the end of November. Now remember, it says there was one deposit. Remember, boys and girls, that one deposit is where our addition comes in. It was one deposit for that amount, so that's why that's that amount that came in there. So make sure that you're really comfortable and familiar with the draw diagram strategy, especially for your mid-chapter checkpoint, and you will see several of these problems on the final test.